Dorothy, look at this old picture I found. That's me at 15, standing next to my uncle Hingablotter.
Who's the other guy?
Oh, that's my uncle's half-brother, Inkablotter. Oh, girls, we have a big problem. Stop and watch, huh?
Oh, come on. Now, what is going on? Why are you guys on this sudden exercise kick?
The Harlan twins have asked Rose and me to spend next weekend with them, cruising in the Bahamas.
Oh, so you're trying to lose weight.
Oh, more than lose weight, Dorothy. We're giving ourselves a total makeover.
Because with trust, anything is possible.
Anything. Well, not to be overly cautious, but I do think I'll go put these in the safe.
Oh, I understand. There's a safe?
So, you're Blanche's thief.
Chilled to the bone. I've never seen it be this cold in Miami.
You know, I think that storm is getting worse.
No, I disagree. I think the storm was at its worst.
Tiffany, come here, you.
Aurora just got up, so you may not be able to put her down for a nap this afternoon.
Oh, that's all right. I enjoy it when she's awake.
Mother, this is so unlike you. You've never really liked babies.
Rebecca, go home. You are interfering in mine, the baby's bonding time.
Maybe you could spend a few days with Richard and his children, see how it goes.
Oh, I don't know. What if they hate me? What if I hate them?
Honey, what if you all end up liking each other?
Yeah, I guess I could at least give it a chance. Okay, then that's what I'm gonna do.
Oh, Ma, we can't afford that.
That's the thing. The classifieds are filled with ads from people who couldn't find a hotel room this weekend and want to rent a room any place they can.
I'm not opening my home to boarders. Oh, they usually just turn out to be low-life trash who'll make a mess, and half the time you can't get your money from them.
But church in about half an hour. They're starting to serve Christmas dinner at 1 o'clock. I better get ready.
Hey, Rose, could you use some extra help?
Oh, we could use all the help we can get.
Then I'm going with you.
Hey, count me in. Since I didn't get a gift I have to bury out in the backyard, well, I'm feeling all Christmassy, too.
Tax or cancer or anything like that. There should just be a certain age where you have to turn your life in, like a library book. You pack a bag, you go, and that's that.
I wouldn't know what to pack. Of course, you know, the real question is, do they have dry cleaners there?
When dry cleaners die, there's probably a slew.
How did you do that, Sophia?
The place was packed with old geezers right for the picking. I charged them 10 cents a dance.
No, you didn't.
Please, I worked hard for that money. Half the time they'd fall asleep in the middle of a song. How would you like to hold Mr. Morelli up for 2 choruses of...
My second cousin Arlen did it.
I think we'd better try another question.
I am exhausted. I went to at least a dozen ticket brokers today. They all told me the only way I'm going to get tickets is to go to a scalper.
Oh, dishes. The next thing I knew, I came to in a motel with my toupee in my mouth.
I cannot believe this. I cannot believe that I am hearing this. I mean, I always assumed that something like this could happen, but I just figured it would be with that blonde secretary you had who couldn't type or take shorthand.
You're wrong on 2 counts, darling.
Mom! Say, Rose, look, now, I'm not making any promises, but how would you like to take a look at that Blanche Devereaux room?
Really? I'd love to.
Come on, let's go.
By the way, what's your name?
That last remark was the reason I didn't let...
Look, here's where you can reach me. Call me if you can work things out. I'll be there until showtime.
Fine. Oh, one more thing.
What's that?
Could you leave by the back door?
Oh, poor kid, a D-.
That's because substitute teachers aren't authorized to impose the death penalty. Well, since Blanche is having dinner with Jamie, we have a very important decision to make.
How about pizza?
Sounds great.
Should we go healthy and get whole wheat crust and live a daily life as a blind person?
Do you see this dress, Rose? It's my favorite.
It's awfully pretty.
It's my favorite because it's the only one I can clearly remember.
Ma,
What's going on?
honey, I'm sorry, but I have to talk to you. Dennis is here. He told Kate that he was sorry for what he did, and they've made up.
Bella's. When I went to trade it in, they only offered me half the Blue Book price. I need the whole amount to put down on my new car, so that's why I tried to sell it to you. But I can't go through with it. I cannot sell you that car.
You can't sell it to anyone. Somebody stole it.
What?
Somebody stole it.
Very nice, Rose.
But I'm sure if you just give me a chance, we'll become fast friends. Dorothy, I really wish you'd respect my feelings about this.
I really wish you had voted for me in the Little Miss Brooklyn pageant.
Hey, I calls them as I sees them.
Now, ladies, please.
Oh, he's open.
2 hours of learning about thimbles from foreign lands. I couldn't wait to give the headset back.
Look, Rose, have you talked to Miles?
I think this is just who he is. But I don't think I was ever bored.
Come again?
I wasn't going to say anything about this, Dorothy, but I won't be able to sleep until I do. I feel that you have backed me into a corner. And when I am backed into a corner, I come out fighting like a wildcat. Unless I've had too much to drink, in which case I slide.
Feel a pell pin.
Good luck. We'll be watching.
Thanks. And Dorothy, if Gladys calls, tell her I'll be able to make bingo tonight.
Hello? Janet? I think you're making a big mistake.
I just need to keep the new dog hidden till Monday. It's a piece of cake.
Yeah, honey, that's not the mistake I mean. With both those dogs in the same room, how are you going to know which is the old one and which is the new one?
I'm screwed. A bank, a department store?
Ocean Mist Retirement Hotel, Sundays noon to 1.
Ocean Mist, you know Molly Feinberg?
I don't think so. Wait a minute, you mean Molly Feinbaum?
I'm wrong. Ocean View, not Ocean Mist.
Feinstein, that's it. Gray hair, glasses.
Or is it Ocean Spray?
Mandrell, would that get me on the show?
No, but if you're ever in prison, I bet it'd get you everyone's dessert. Oh, this is terrible. The Ladies Auxiliary puts me in charge of the variety show, and we can't come up with one decent act.
I was just thinking, it's too bad we're not back in St. Olaf.
What in hell is going on here?
This is Baby, 5 times Blue Ribbon winner at the Minnesota State Fair. This sweet little thing was your uncle's pride and joy.
Oh, my God, that's the cutest baby I've ever seen.
Ma, it's a pig!
What happens?
Dorothy, do you think they're really going to make any money with that business?
One fabric softener.
Now what's the matter?
I'll tell you what's the matter. I cannot believe that you are actually going to go out with Stan again tonight.
Why shouldn't I go out with Stan again tonight?
You're right. It's my mistake. I thought you were my friend.
I am your friend.
Then why are you sleeping with my husband? So hi, Ma.
Hello there. You guys ready for bed already? Yeah, I guess we are.
We're very tired.
Yeah, we took care of a lot of odds and ends around the house today. What did you do, Ma?
What did I do today? What I do every day.
You have ever read a scientific journal?
Believe what you want, see if I care. Hypersexual bitch.
Oh, there you are, Rose. Good. Honey, I'm borrowing with Mrs. Claxton in it.
Oh, Blanche, now you were dreaming.
I am telling you, this house is possessed by her spirit.
Morning.
Oh, Sophia, listen. Last night in the middle of the night, about 2 a.m, did you hear some awful, terrible, ghastly sounds?
Heard him, I made him. There's a reason they put expiration dates on cottage cheese. My kingdom.
Enough already. I'm not going to play cards with you anymore.
Why not?
Why should I? You're the only one who gets any enjoyment out of it.
Cards bore me to tears.
Then why do you play?
I like the talking.
The what?
The talking. You and I had some of our best talks over a game of gin rummy. I don't know why, it just seemed...
Excuse me, miss, you can't go in there.
Oh, the hell I can't. I ought to kick your butt from here to Tallahassee.
I'm sorry, Blanche.
You're sorry. Do you have reporters badgering you? You have roommates calling you a lie? Been through.
Yellowstone Park, Rose. Raising children.
My mother always used to say, the older you get, the better you get. Unless you're a banana.
Well, I think we ought to call up those child services people and tell them we want to keep Emily and raise her ourselves. A pregnant woman that her husband's been cheating on her with her own sister. And you're the sister. And you're pregnant, too. By her husband.
You didn't.
Not me! Last night on Dallas.
Talks. And then I remembered she left, thanks to you, Dorothy.
You had late night talks with my mother?
All the time.
And she gave you hard candy?
No. I'd ask, but she was always afraid I'd choke on it. Just gotta get her.
Neater than our maid ever gets ours. I'd hire you anytime. Mama, baby. How are you? I'm fine. How you all doing? Have you met Dorothy?
No, actually, they haven't.
Charged all my gifts with the credit card I got out of your purse.
You're taking them back.
Even the beautiful cashmere sweater I got for Blanche?
Cashmere? I love cashmere.
Don't tell me, tell Scrooge. Rose, I hope you didn't have your heart set on a remote control video recorder. You bought me a video?
How long have they been gone?
Over 4 hours.
You don't think anything happened to them?
No. I think they probably just stopped to rest.
Yeah, or maybe they're looking for something to carry the weight.
Yeah, yeah. She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You call that music? Heidi, Heidi, ho. Now that's music.
Ma, even you can't spoil my good mood. Oh, what a glorious day.
Oh, you must have had a great time at Beatlemania last night.
Fabulous. It was just like seeing the Beatles. Ma, you promised you'd stay in your room until the meeting was over.
Who am I, Alf? I was hungry.
You were spying.
So what? He's a wimp, Dorothy.
For your information, Gil Kessler is a very bright man, an honest and devoted civic leader, and probably the biggest wimp I've ever...
Whatever you want to do. Ketchup to go on my lima beans.
Why?
Oh, he sometimes ate them that way. He'd make up stories about how that's the way the kings and queens of Europe ate them. He always made it sound so special. He always made everything sound... Oh, just let me freshen my makeup. Girls, why don't you come with me and I'll show you how I transform myself into a fresh-faced, innocent young thing.
Could you skip the innocent part, Blanche? The show starts in 2 hours.
How he did it? I explained that to you when you were 12.
I can live with his apology. He's very sorry. He promised he'll never do it again. I don't want to end my marriage over this.
Well, I think you're making a big mistake, Kate.
Mom, Dennis is my husband, and if I can forgive him, then you should too.
Forgive him? Blanche, get to the point.
I need a chaperone now. Do I have to call in all the favors you owe me?
What favors?
I need a chaperone now. Do I have to call in all the favors you owe me?
I don't owe you any favors.
Oh, really? But, officer, the little old lady was...
Can I give her my blessing? She has hated that man for 40 years, and now suddenly, after a 3-day weekend, she decides to get married. I cannot believe that someone can fall in love that quickly.
My Charlie asked me to marry him 10 minutes after we met. Of course, we were only 7 at the time. My mother was so cute.
Realize the significance of football in the South. I've had men break dates with me to go to football games.
Oh, come on, nobody's gonna kill me over a high school football game.
They kill this fish. Dorothy, please, I'm scared.
All right, Ma. Nothing to be scared about.
Jackhammer! Jackhammer! Windshield wipers! Windshield wipers! Oh, Charlie horse! Charlie horse!
Because you look just a tad like my children. Or maybe it's because I still look like I'm 27. My, how those years did fly by. Seems like before I knew it, the children were cleaning out the attic to start their own places. And when I tried to be happy for them, I have to say I was sadder than I ever remember.
There were a lot of disappointed people that night.
Well, I wasn't one of them. Neither was your father, if memory serves me correctly.
Something you think this cake is ready? You know, Roberta's going to be here any minute.
It's ready when it's ready.
Oh, well, it doesn't make any difference. She won't be surprised anyway. Oh, surprise birthday parties never work. A dime.
Dorothy, honey, it's Rose. We need to talk. I said go away.
Leave it to me. In a few minutes, I'll have her beaming from ear to ear.
You, Dorothy? You were afraid of some big old strong strapping thing like you?
Who am I, Joe Frazier? I had a fear of flying, Rose, and then my sister Gloria got married in California. Of course, I had to go. So I got myself some therapy.
Me tonight.
Is my cousin Sven here yet?
No, Rose.
Oh, good. I got caught up at work and I barely had time to pick up this cake. I wanted to make Sven feel welcome.
Rose? That cake is from the Get It While It's Hot Erotic Bake Shop.
Whoa! Husband up with my sister. You don't see anything wrong with that?
That's perfectly normal. Do you know in some primitive societies it's considered good manners to give your ex-husband to your sister?
In some primitive societies, they leave their elderly out in a field for large birds to feed on.
I want you around. Well, so my mother didn't love me. I mean, what's that got to do with anything? Doc, Sophia may not want to have me around, but that doesn't mean she doesn't love me.
Stan, did you hear what you just said?
Yes, I said you love me.
You said Sophia. You meant me, but you said Sophia.
Yeah, that's interesting, Stan. You made that same slip.
Night. Set it up again, Rose. Rose, honey, how about a piece of bundt cake, huh?
Oh, no, thanks.
I'll try some, Dorothy.
Try some, right, like it's some big experiment, like you got no idea what it tastes like. 100% tip-top mental. My daughter may be no spring chicken, and her jaw might crack when she chews. And she may have noticeable trouble digesting raw vegetables. But one thing she's not is mental.
Excuse me, Mrs. Zabornak.
Oh, my mother?
She's going to be fine. You can go.
Where am I supposed to sit again?
Oh, anywhere you damn well please. What the hell difference does it make now? Oh, so first you were a teacher, and then you decided to become a priest.
Actually, at first I went to medical school for a year. Then I quit.
Hello? You want to talk to who? Dorothy. Sorry, you must have dialed the wrong number.
Blanche, what do you mean, wrong number?
Oh, it was a man, so I just assumed.
Hello? Yes, this is she.
You're brother Phil, God rest his brain, gives the worst presents in the world. What kind of gift is dental floss?
Well, it's waxed and mint flavored.
Here, go floss yourself.
We could have watched it all day, but visiting hours were only from 10 to 4.
I couldn't sleep. I just kept tossing and turning, thinking about the terrible mistake I made.
Blanche, you did the right thing.
While we're gone.
Hey, who am I? Get out of here.
Dorothy, do you have the airline tickets?
Yes, Rose.
And the passports?
Yes, Rose.
Did you remember to bring Pepto-Bismol?
Yes, Rose.
Dramamine?
Yes, Rose.
And chewing gum in case we have to pop our ears.
Yes, Rose.
Did you call a cab to take us to the airport?
No, Rose. I called two.
Now, Rose, don't be ridiculous. You can feel free to discuss any subject with me. Certainly, I remember our last appointment. The bill's already in the mail. No, there was nothing out of the ordinary.
That man.
Picture a man 20 pounds lighter, long, wavy hair, rippling muscles.
I can't believe Stan ever looked like that.
He didn't. But do you think if I ever met a man who looked like that, I would have married Stan?
Maybe we shouldn't be so tough on the guy. This brochure actually looks interesting once you get past the picture.
Joey, the best thing to do in any relationship is talk.
That's right.
I have nothing to say to you.
Sophia, I can't believe that saying this will write 70 years of...
I was happy to see you here tonight, Rose. I was starting to wonder how you felt about me. Rose, is there something wrong? You hardly said a word.
Volunteered for Meals on Wheels, and I think I'm really making progress with Jimmy. Although I could make more if Ma would stop yelling boo.
Boy, you're really taking an interest in that man. What happened to him anyway?
The turmoil of the 60s just got to him.
The 60s were an emotional time for all of us.
And he tries to stand up.
Gee, it's a shame that he has to go back to Sicily so soon. It would have been nice if the two of you had more time together.
I'm glad you said that because he wants me to go back with him.
What?
Not for good, just for the San Gennaro Festival. That's where we met.
Now I have Dorothy and Blanche and Sophia to keep me warm. Not just on a cold winter's night, but all year long. Take care of them, God. If anything happened, I just...
Rose, thanks for the lovely prayer.
Dump grapes. And Bruno makes a killing selling orthopedic sandals.
Now, don't tell me he went to America and changed his name to Dr. Scholl.
No. Actually, he developed a foot fetish and suffocated when he shoved his head in a lady's rubber boot.
The Lord.
Ma, what is going on here?
Afterglow.
Who's for decaf?
Smooth.
Blanche, how could you do that? What did you mean when you told me that you could accept my being gay? Did you mean it was okay so long as I was celibate? It was okay so long as I don't fall in love? Doug is a part of the family now.
Hi, I'm Don Benson. I'm here about the hot tub.
Oh, my goodness, word does travel fast. It's not in yet, Don.
Oh, no, I'm not here to soak in it. I'm a city inspector.
That's reverse, Dorothy.
I did that once. It was his birthday.
Ma, we did not get a VCR so that you could watch dirty movies.
I'm 81. What are you worrying about? You think a man wants to take you out on a date?
Why is that hypothetical?
Check your calendar, pussycat. Now, would you rather this man had looks, personality, or money?
Personality. Looks? Money?
Yes, I feel just as bad as you do.
Oh, yeah? Did you have an angry Viking yelling Scandinavian swear words at you on the phone this morning?
My guess would be no.
Rose, as I told you last night, your cousin is a very sensitive man. I just have to find the right time and place, and I'll let him down.
Trying to give you a sense of moral responsibility.
Ma, what were you doing in my purse?
Stealing.
But Dorothy, weren't you supposed to interview for that vice principal's job yesterday?
I rescheduled.
For when?
All right, I rescheduled and then I missed the appointment.
Dorothy, it's happening again. You're losing control.
Ma,
Sandwich afterwards.
Oh, yeah. I guess sex and food are a big part of our lives. In fact, just recently, last summer or last spring, it's so hard to remember which.
Why does it have to be so hard?
The hardest part for me was explaining to my...
Guess. Nobody asked you. Was I talking to you? I'm talking to my daughter. To me, you don't exist.
And who's driving you to your niece's wedding in California?
Salvador, you're upsetting Papa. Would you please find a mechanic? It's freezing in here.
My course is freezing in here. Mr. Ziti for brains decides to take a shortcut through Chicago.
All the day and night time. Hear me sigh.
Oh, Stanley Zbornak, I don't believe this. You're trying to charm me.
Is it working?
I don't think so.
Then you leave me no choice. I'll have to pull out the big gun.
You're wasting your time, Stanley. I'm familiar with the big gun.
For you to be happy.
I wish you all the best.
Oh, I hope you two will just be so happy together.
I am going to throw you and the widow Spencer the best wedding you ever saw.
No, we don't want any fuss. We're planning on getting married in the Bahamas.
No, I will not hear of it. Hollingsworth has to get married in style.
Oh, I don't want to impose.
No, we'd love to have the wedding here.
Rose, what the hell are you doing?
It sounds so natural, doesn't it?
Well, then I guess till next Tuesday, we are Kid Pepe's managers.
What happens after Tuesday?
We take our winnings and buy a heavyweight. Okay, a middleweight and a microwave.
Ma, forget it. This insanity. Blanche, we all had an agreement. No one dates Harry until an appropriate amount of time has passed.
I know, 18 months. I have it marked on my calendar with a big red circle. As of today, that man is in play. I'm just amazed I was able to wait so long.
Oh, girls, I'm so glad you're still up. I need to talk to you. I have a problem.
Oh, honey, we know you do. You got to stop buying your hair color now to that 99-cent or less bin at the Pick and Save.
Oh, Blanche, we don't have anything to worry about. If we give that baby love and attention and understanding, it'll turn out fine.
That's beautiful.
Besides, what does Spock know about raising babies? On Vulcan, all the kids are born in pods.
Good water. Yeah, I'm having a little trouble getting used to the idea that you're divorced, because I remember you told me that no matter how bad the marriage was, you felt that you were too old to just leave it for an uncertain future.
Kidding. No, actually, I didn't have any...
Long trip. I remember one time Daddy took the whole family cross-state on our tractor to visit great-grandfather Zigbarton. Great-grandpa Ziggy was a famous inventor. He developed the first, and to my knowledge, the only low-voltage meter that could detect what kind of a center a piece of candy had.
Blue skies of Hawaii smile on this our wedding day.
you, Mrs.
You were absolutely right. I've been wasting my life.
Oh, Al, I'm so glad you feel that way.
There is one dream I used to have. Sailing around the world. And like you said, what better time to follow my dream than during my retirement? And so I decided I'm going to do it.
You booked yourself on a cruise.
Better. I bought my own boat and I hired a crew.
You know, when the president comes to town, it brings out all the oddballs.
Hi, it's me, Stan.
Stanley, what are you doing here?
I'm glad you asked. Inside this box is my best novelty yet. Not to mention the perfect tie-in to the president's visit. Ladies.
And make your marble cake.
And he like me.
Oh, Blanche, how do you know that?
Because he kept saying, Blanche, how do you feel? I wanted to say, wouldn't you just like to know, big boy?
I hate psychiatrists. They blame everything on the mothers.
Sophia, he didn't blame you.
You heard what he said.
Potato?
Work on it, Rose. Remember, you're not cute anymore.
I thought Stan took you to dinner.
He did.
Let me guess. You were on your way to a lovely candlelit dinner at Monty's when out of the corner of his eye, Stan spotted a charming little...
Excuse me again.
I can't believe it. I am going to be a grandfather. Think about it. Part of me is going to be passed on to that child.
Well, I'm sure we'll learn to love it anyway. The New World?
Hey, anybody can say Baltimore. There's an author telling these stories.
Sorry.
Where was I?
Departing for the New World.
Oh, right. Anyway, the price of steerage turns out to be 900,000 lira, or approximately $1.25.
You know, when I was a little kid, I got angry with my mother and father, and I imagined that I had different parents.
Oh, who?
Well, it's really silly.
Oh, come on now, who?
Tell us.
Well, my dad was Errol Flynn, and my mother was Amelia Earhart. I wanted Dad all to myself.
I will tell her. Bye-bye.
Hi, Rose.
Rose, Miles called again. He wants you to meet him out. You're here with her. It's not easy living with somebody who's always so together. She's so efficient, so organized. She even balances her checkbook.
Since when is competence a crime?
Look, Dorothy cannot be blamed for being capable.
Well, she doesn't have to lord it over us and criticize us for not living.
Like you've had too much wine. That's amore.
Oh, Ma, that's lovely.
What?
You're singing.
That was me? I was going to ask you to turn off the radio.
Ladies, I have very bad news. I must shorten my stay, Dorothy. In fact, I'm...
And Lucy's.
What about you, Rose?
Well, to be perfectly honest, I use a touch of peroxide.
Shut up, Rose.
You shut up! Now, stop it! Stop it! I cannot stand it anymore.
You know what I can't stand anymore? That phony accent of yours. What is this, designing women?
Hiya, Ma. How you doing? Oh, Ma, I feel dizzy. Oh, there's a pain going up my arm, my chest. Ma! Oh.
Will you answer the door, Dorothy, please?
Ma, it's my heart. Too.
Oh, well, my sister Charmaine was insanely jealous of me from the time I was a gorgeous little infant. See, she was 1 year ahead of me in school, and we used to compete for everything. But there was one thing that Charmaine did excel at: cheerleading. Now,
You're a little uncomfortable, aren't you? To be honest, I'm not really into the bar scene.
this is the best looking outfit you own.
You're right. I still look damn good in this thing.
Well, I don't know about damn good. That particular design does tend to accentuate your behind while simultaneously diminishing your cleavage.
Wait just a minute, Blanche. First you tell me to your boss about your workload. Wallowing in self-pity is not going to help.
How are you feeling, Dorothy?
My life is falling apart and now Rose is bothering me.
Dorothy, I'm sorry I bothered you.
I'm sorry I snapped at you, Rose. It's just that I'm upset.
No, I can still manage the alimony payments.
No, that was not my question. I was wondering if possibly we could discuss this maybe tomorrow. You see, I have plans to go out this
Dorothy,
evening.
please. I'm afraid to be alone tonight. My world is crumbling around me. I'm at my wit's end. I don't know what I might do.
Oh, I do. You'll watch an old Barnaby Jones, eat a half-gallon.
And last but not least is a grandmother of 6, Sophia Petrollo. Sophia, it says here that you and Dorothy are mother and daughter.
No, Guy. Rose is my daughter now. And you, Dorothy, are the biggest disappointment to hit the streets since the AMC Pacer. The school to tell me you had the highest IQ in the borough.
If that's a coincidence, I was told I had the IQ of a borough.
Yeah, I had no idea. The brightest kid in Brooklyn? Well, that certainly...
Oh, hi, Bert!
How about a little lunch?
Listen, if you're buying, how about a big lunch?
My God, you're Mr. Burt Reynolds.
I hope so, otherwise I got the wrong underwear on. He's the roommate you told me about?
Yeah!
Send them to you. Now, you two be on your way. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Oh, isn't that wonderful? Wonderful. He just dropped me.
Blanche, come on. You had no interest in Sven.
Well, that's not the...
Don't let your ego get involved.
My ego is not involved. Look, I'm nobody special, Ma. I'm just an average citizen. I saw another citizen and I reached out. A man changed his life and I'm just somebody who helped him do it. Me, Dorothy Zbornak, miracle worker. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I promise that I will say Hail Marys until Madonna has a hit movie.
Hi. Here's my $8. Let's get started, Dorothy.
Oh, I'm not Dorothy. She is.
I'll give you $4. Let's get started.
Superhero code. He'd never drop a girl.
Well, I'm glad the publicity stunt worked, and I could not be happier that you got your job back.
Freddie will be here any second. We've got a lot to celebrate.
Yes, I'm still Mr. Terrific, and he's still Mr. Policeman.
I cannot sleep.
He wanted someone with more innocence.
With more cellulite is more like it.
Take that back.
I will not.
Yes, you will.
I will not.
You will too.
No.
Girls, what is going on here?
Nothing. Rose just stabbing me in the back.
I did not.
She's been posing for Laszlo, too.
He asked me to.
I sure don't know why. He could go to see. What is it?
Did my father ever go fishing?
What?
When I was a kid, I always fantasized about the kinds of things my father and I would have done together. Going fishing was always my favorite. Did he?
Family and poltergeist felt.
Does Rose Nyland live here?
Oh, I'm sorry, you missed her. She just left with her cadet troop.
Could we help you?
I'm Alexei Bovinov from the Russian embassy. Premier Gorbachev read Rose's letter and would like to meet with us.
Just walked in.
Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we have a winner! Couple number 29!
That's me. I won!
Just a minute, it's not over yet. It looks like we have another...
When did I become my parents' age? You know, I remember being 20 years old and worrying that if I didn't spend the holidays at home, I might never see them again. Everything changes so suddenly. You know what's young to me now? 40. Suddenly, 40 is young.
Oh, Well, what are you looking at? She scuffed those shoes. I heard her left a mark on that boy.
I'll see you later. I'm going over to Tony's.
For lunch?
No, I just called him. He was in bed. I heard female laughter in the background. It was Angela. They're sleeping together just like I suspected.
Blanche, your picture's in the paper, and there's a big article about the Citrus Festival.
What's it say? What's it say?
Miami will be busy this weekend with 10 major conventions. Listen to this. The highlight being the Citrus Festival Ball.
Did you have happy times then?
Oh, yes, actually, we did. It was a chance to get together and remember other happy times.
She's beginning to get to me. In Sicily, we used to wash our dishes in the river.
I hope that's Mr. Fix-It.
We used to beat them against the rocks.
No, Sophia.
What's private? I diapered you.
Yeah, but you didn't diaper Lucas.
I'd like to. Listen to me, I'm as giddy as a 60-year-old.
I am glad you're okay with Maz coming to live with us in Atlanta. I really think she'd be a little lost without me.
It's my pleasure, Dorothy.
But his days are numbered. When the revolution comes, he's the second to be shot.
Who's the first?
Morales, my next-door neighbor who knocked up my sister.
Well, this is dandy. Just dandy. I knew I should never have let you two...
Here. Here you go.
Dorothy, should I get Sophia a glass of water?
No, Rose, you should sit here and watch her hack herself to death.
Are you sure?
Get the water!
I am going to call the doctor.
I can't breathe. Purple rain. Sophia, where's Blanche? I have to talk to her about her car. Purple rain.
All right, Rose. Blanche, about. If you don't absolutely love it, I'll take it back.
Well,
No questions asked.
what the heck? You only live once. Might as well be daring.
Rose, it's a used car. It's not a seat on a space shuttle.
Hello. Blanche, I need you to give me a manicure. Rose, I need you to lend...
Come on, let's dance.
You two hardly sound like old friends.
Blanche is right. We should be more positive. Dorothy, you look wonderful.
The left one turned out nice.
Dorothy!
Oh, come on, Rose, I'm just kidding. They're both practically the same size. How about giving me a hand in the kitchen?
And your blouse. See, I laugh in the face of death.
Ma, stop it. I don't want to hear about this dream that is making you act reckless. The doctor says it was a lack of oxygen that made you hallucinate.
All right. I won't tell you what your father said. I won't say another word. The light!
The morning light. It's the best light to paint by, you know. Oh, I like this painting. And I'm getting better at it all the time. Pretty soon I'll be able to copy St. Olaf's most famous religious painting, The Last Pancake Breakfast.
51.
Where was he stationed?
In the attic.
Ma, you told me he was in the Arctic.
The attic, tomato. He had a family to feed.
Well, anyway, this soldier really did go to the war, and he's going to be here any minute. I don't know what to do, because I can't remember.
Come on now, Blanche. Are you telling me that you'd feel the same way about him if he didn't have a dime to his name?
Absolutely. I just have to see other men behind his back. Oh, come on.
It may seem sudden, but there is something very important I want to ask you.
Anything, Ted.
May I cut in?
Oh, hell.
Hey, Stan, it's good to see you. What a coincidence, huh? Look, I'll be back at the table. No, it's okay. Hey, we've got all night. You two enjoy, huh? Gatling, party of two.
She has a debilitating disease.
And it has a name. I am thrilled.
We all are. Well, of course. Congratulations. Champagne it is.
I can't tell you what a relief it is to just be sick, not...
The heading of lust.
I'm really confused.
Look, life is tough. I'm not happy that a fellow human being is passing away, but it's out of our control. If we don't make a few bucks on this deal, somebody else will.
What are you talking about?
You knew Trudy was playing a practical joke all along and you never shared it with your best friends. We thought you were devastated. We suffered right along with you.
Yeah.
That was insensitive.
Insensitive.
Selfish. Listen, as far as we are concerned, Dorothy Spornak, you have gone too far this time. No, this is unforgivable. Coming, Kendall.
Compliments of Mr. Nesbitt.
Well, how sweet. I'll take it.
No, I've got it, man. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God!
I bought a nectarine.
If he does, tell him to come by my room.
Who can that be at this hour?
Maybe it's Blanche's day.
Oh, he better not show up here. I'll get it.
Hi, everyone. It's
John from Kenosha?
I'll bet you know a lot of Johns.
That's a good one.
I guess it must be regional humor.
So we're all here for the big clothing convention.
Oh, well, tell me, is leather big this year?
Well, it is with Carl. Yeah. As long as I don't have to pay extra.
In the over 80 category, you don't have to be. We were the only couple who could do the mambo without a walker.
Don't believe her. Your mother has some great moves. I'll see you tomorrow, Sophia.
Okay, Tony, take care. Give me a break, would you? I'm not here for me, it's for a friend.
How did things go at the doctor's, Sophia?
He said I had the body of a 40-year-old. A dead 40-year-old.
The doctor's going to be a little while. I guess we ought to sit down. I suppose it's safe. Okay, here I go. Hello. Oh, my God, no!
All right, so he's not a 10.
Blanche, honey, please.
Oh, my God, what in hell? Why do you look like that? I don't believe this.
Blanche, who is this?
If I didn't know better.
Boy, we had some great times at home, didn't we, Ida?
We sure did.
Dorothy, Ida was the best, bar none, at faking an angina attack at dinner, so we could swap our non-fat yogurt for real sour cream. There wasn't a patient at Shady Pines that didn't...
Oh, I just don't know. This is all so sudden. There's so many things to consider.
Oh, look, Blanche, if you're worried about us, don't be. I mean, just because you're selling the house doesn't mean that we can't all find another place together.
Oh, I wasn't worried about you. I was worried about the tax consequences of all this extra income.
I like the ring.
Reminds me of a doorknob I had back in Brooklyn. What are you doing?
Just my way of saying thank you. Well, I think I've taken care of everything. Now, you'll see to it that they don't put lipstick on my teeth.
Don't worry, I'll take them out and check them personally.
Well, the harlot, magic carpet ride,
The human luge.
But she was never cuter than when she simply called you shore leave.
Oh, God, I miss that moment.
Trying to give you a sense of moral responsibility.
Ma, what were you doing in my purse?
Stealing.
But Dorothy, weren't you supposed to interview for that vice principal's job yesterday?
I rescheduled.
For when?
All right, I rescheduled and then I missed the appointment.
Dorothy, it's happening again. You're losing control.
Ma,
It's not for me. It's to lure that mud out of my room.
That's okay, I'll get him off. Boy, I'm going with these ugly grouch.
Oh, you couldn't sleep either, huh?
No, I guess it must be the knife in my back.
All those other appetites you satisfy before going to the fridge.
My life is more than just sex and food. I take care of this house. Why, just the other day we had a leak and the gas man came out. Oh, no, wait a minute. I guess that falls under sex.
And you did fix him a... I'm calling the hospital.
No, Dorothy, stop. Look, I really feel like this is all my fault. That's why I'm getting him. He's the best, and I'm going to pay for him.
You paying for something?
What are you saying? I'm cheap?
Well, of course she's saying you're cheap. You're the only man I know who owns a timeshare.
Wisdom from the Human Torch.
Listen, Rose, if he really means that much to you, and he feels the same way, things will happen naturally.
Yeah, but if you don't want to wait, there are other avenues you can take.
Okay, what do you think of this one?
Dorothy, you and Elliot have been out almost every night this week. He's obviously hooked. You don't have to look good anymore. What you have on is fine.
Where have you been? You know what time it is?
9 o'clock.
In your dreams. You take the wrong bus again? Never mind, you didn't miss anything.
What do you think you're doing?
I think I'm crocheting, but to tell you the God's honest truth, I wouldn't swear to it.
Rose Nyland, you are St. Olaf's Woman of the Year! Oofda!
You wait your turn.
It's a postcard from my daughter, Rebecca. Girls, can you believe it? After almost 4 years, my baby's coming to see me. I'm so happy I could cry.
Blanche, you are crying.
Admit it, Rose. You worked for Allied Intelligence.
Well, it's just nice to know there's still people out there who don't think the city's out to get them. Somebody moving in?
Hardly. With the three of us renting from Blanche, we're practically sleeping on top of each other.
Oh, you can't do that.
Well, we all wear pajamas.
Thank you guys for everything.
Don't you be a stranger now.
Oh, don't worry. I'll come back tomorrow and get the rest of my stuff.
Keep us posted. Let us know how you're doing.
Don't forget, Tuesday we have mime class.
Mime class?
I'm gonna have a baby.
And if it's a boy, she can name it after its father, Rick, Joe, Bob, Don, Dave.
I don't get it. We've done everything to get them in the mood. Music, soft lighting. What else can...
Listen, Dorothy, just a word of caution. I almost lost my Becky when I stuck my nose into her business. Now, believe me, it is not worth it.
Blanche is right. The same thing happened to the Vigbotters back in St. Olaf. You see, Gretchen had this thing for Buddy, but Mr. Vigbotter didn't approve. He did his best to keep them apart.
Hurt them.
No can do, ma'am.
Well, you have to do something. I mean, this is ridiculous. My mother is missing because of these two people who can't keep their hands off each other.
Dorothy, please, you're being irrational. Yes, I am a pig.
Well, yeah, what precinct?
You, dear?
Oh, Tony. Oh, Angela. Oh, boy, who is that woman?
Oh, this woman. Oh, she's my cleaning lady.
What?
You...
On the Home Shopping Network.
But Dorothy, you do have to admit, it was very touching what Rocco did for...
Look at all these people staring at us. Oh, this is humiliating.
I've never been so embarrassed in my life.
All right, just what in hell are all of you staring at? Haven't you ever seen three vibrant, healthy, sexually active women before? Now, we are embarking on a little weekend.
Captain of the football team. Oh, he was beautiful. Black, wavy hair, strong Roman nose, and he could read.
Oh, him.
He was always putting me down, made me feel like I had no self-worth.
Dorothy, will you stop it? This has nothing to do with me.
What am I doing up? I'm subbing for a teacher who was shot by a student. I need all the sleep I can get.
I used to sleep so well, I never even turned over. I'd wake up with a perfect hairdo. Charlie, on the other hand, moves
In the middle of a railway station.
Boy, you do it any place, don't you, Blanche?
Blanche is talking about coming back from Edna McCarthy's funeral.
Edna McCarthy is dead? Oh, my God, that's terrible. I just sent her a chain letter.
Now, Sophia, I was getting ready to go to the shelter. What are you doing here?
Angelo, you're my big brother. I can only come to you. I'm in trouble.
Then the boy will marry you.
If you knew now what I knew then... so what?
If you've got something to say, spit it out, Weinstock.
Don't push me or I will.
There, I pushed. Too bad you were on a flight of stairs.
Ma, you're creating a scene. Look, that was a long time ago. Forget about it.
I mean, it sounded like the heat kicking on.
Oh, I gotta get some sleep. I have to get up pretty soon. Good night, everybody.
Good night, honey.
Good night. Boy, we really have a problem.
I know. The police are doing nothing about my jewels.
Not that. There is a woman in there so terrified something is going to happen at night that she's...
Well, we cashed in the policies and paid the sharks off. But I didn't give Dorothy the money until she agreed to go to Gamblers Anonymous.
I can understand now why you're deeply upset.
Thanks, you human speed bump. Sorry.
We understand.
What's this?
Oh! Ma, stop that!
Hi, it's me, Stan.
Stanley, what do you want?
I want you to turn on your TV. It is almost 6:28.
What's happening in 628?
You're going to find out why Stan Zbornak is now a very rich man.
Finally came to me. Why not take the best features of each lady to create one perfect lady? That is what you see. You know, it is not hard to understand why you are such good friends. You complement each other very well indeed.
Thank you, Laszlo.
Oh, one more thing. Dorothy, would you please check my list and see if I forgot to invite anybody to my Moonlight Madness party?
Sure. The women.
Pardon me?
The women. You invited 12 men and no women.
Now, Dorothy, I know what you're thinking, but Rose and Sophia are coming. You'll have somebody to talk to.
She melted in
Where exactly are your loins?
Rose, it doesn't matter. Just listen. She melted into his arms, faint now with the animal musk of him.
I didn't know people had loins.
I've heard a loin of pork.
Oh, you can't sleep either.
No. Want some tea?
Oh, please.
Watch what you're grabbing. I got a specimen and...
We love you, too.
I miss you.
You will always be a part of us.
Your friendship was something I never expected at this point in my life.
Now, this is ridiculous. Look, I do not want two grown men fighting over me.
Pussycat, how many chances are you gonna get?
Proceed.
Wagoner, what? You're under arrest.
Arrest? What's the charge?
Well, I don't have time to list all of them.
Gyrating my pelvis. I am not interested.
And the world heaves a collective sigh of relief.
Rose, how about you? You want to learn dirty dancing?
I don't know. For some odd reason, dirty dancing always sounds dirty.
Come on. Man, it only happens one night. Now, I have to get me somebody to dump Uncle Lucas on. If I could only find me an idiot. Rose, sweetheart, what are you doing tonight? You're just so much like him.
But I'm not him.
I feel like a fool.
Oh, Blanche, honey. It's never foolish to hold on to a memory. Sometimes it's all we're left with.
I miss him so much. And he has my slipper again. I do not believe this. I had this thing hidden in the closet behind 3 suitcases.
Isn't this dog amazing? He can find anything.
Anything? A viable Democrat for president. Go!
Say, where have you been? Girl, I've been worried sick.
Oh, Blanche, only you could understand what happened. I am in love.
The doctor?
Oh, he took me on his boat for a midnight cruise. It was incredible. I'd only known him a few hours, but the evening was so perfect. Oh, I didn't get any sleep last night, and I have my interview this afternoon.
So you see, sweetheart, I was really doing it for your own good. Treating you like a dog was really doing you a favor. So what do you say we just forget all about it now, okay?
Mario's gonna have to go home.
Killer cow during mating season.
I do love the rain so. It reminds me of my first kiss.
Your first kiss was in the rain.
No.
अगं दिसतेस पुनवेची चांदणी जशी तूच रंभा अप्सरा तूच उर्वशी दिसतेस पुनवेची चांदणी जशी तूच रंभा अप्सरा तूच उर्वशी करू नको जीवाची दैना माझ्या मिठीत का ग तू येईना मैना ग मैना ग मैना या रागूची तूच आहे मैना
मैना रे मैना रे मैना नाही होणार तुझी मी मैना
मैना ग मैना ग मैना कधी होणार रागूची मैना
मैना रे मैना रे मैना नाही होणार तुझी मी मैना
गुलाब फुला पाहून तुला काळीज हे धडधडत या पिंजरा तोडून वायात उडून पाखरू हे फडफडत या
माझी नशिनी आता झाल्यात पिका तुझंच प्रेम नडतया गावठी नखरा शिक सतरा साऱ्यांचं घोडा अडतया
तुझ्या वाचून जीव माझा घेईना मला समजून का ग तू घेईना
मैना रे मैना रे मैना नाही होणार तुझी मी मैना
मैना ग मैना ग मैना या रागूची तूच हाय मैना
मैना रे मैना रे मैना नाही होणार तुझी मी मैना
रातभर जागून भागणी लागून येडा पिसा झालो बेभान तुझ्या गालाची खडी ग गुलाब कडी ही फिरतीच उठवी तुफान
मन लागेल झाला ध्यानात